What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back with another video. Roll the 900 subscribers, of course. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Donovan Clingan. And I feel like if you haven't been paying attention to the Portland Trailblazers, you wouldn't notice the dominance that Donovan Clingan is doing to opposing centers almost every single night. In which I feel like you already know, obviously, he's a great defender, right? You already know a rim protector. Let's say this. He's a great rim protector. He's a great offensive rebounder and a rebounder, right? But I feel like coming out of his rookie season, we know that he needed to improve his offense. And it really seems like he's worked on his three-point shot, in which he has me thinking like he might be the next franchise great center in the NBA. And I know that's a lot of expectations to put on a second-year player. But if y'all were to watch Donovan Clingan on a nightly basis, you would notice that his impact is probably interchangeable for the Portland Trailblazers right now. Right now, they're fighting for the 8th seed with the Los Angeles Clippers right now. I'm pretty sure they're tied right now, so obviously it's going to be a dogfight to whoever gets that 8th seed, and which I feel like Donovan Clingan plays a hell of a role, because I feel like sometimes he's limited, because sometimes I watch the games and I'm watching Thiago Splitter close out the game with Robert Williams rather than Clingan. I get it. Robert Williams' defensive versatility is better than Donovan Clingan's, because we know lateral movement is a thing. Donovan Clingan is a 7'2", almost 280, 290 center. So you're obviously looking at a player like that and you're looking at his movement, but at the same time, you can't replace productivity. And this season, Donovan Clingan's having an overall great season, which I feel like last season he pretty much stole DeAndre Ayton's chain. Like, he took his starting spot eventually. And they knew that they were moving off of Ayton for Clingan. And this season, Clingan has proved why. Clingan is averaging 12.5 points per game, 11.5 rebounds and 2 assists, shooting 52.5% from the field and 34% from the three. And you might be asking me, Nas, with those shooting splits, with even those numbers, how are you telling him a franchise-altering center? Because since February, Donovan Clingan has been averaging 15 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists, with 2.5 blocks per game, shooting 53% from the field and 41% from the field and 71% from the free throw line. So obviously a great player, right? But over the last 5 games, Clingan has averaged 19 points per game, 13 rebounds and 3 assists, with almost 3 blocks per game and 1 steal per game, shooting 55% from the field and only 28.5 minutes. So obviously being that dominant as a center, I don't know if there's, let's say this, I don't know if there's 5 centers right now in the NBA that are better or even have as much of an impact of that Donovan Clingan has on a nightly basis. And I'm trying not to glaze, because it's really hard not to, because when you watch him, it just pokes out on your screen. Like, I'm like, damn, this nigga getting another rebound. Damn, they got to double team him in the post. Damn, he's getting fouled. And I really like in which obviously refs have leniency, if that, y'all know what I'm trying to say, but they have a way to not blow their whistle when they see a bigger guy on them obviously getting hacked. And I feel like Donovan Clingan is one of those guys in which I feel like his three-point shot has actually became a weapon. Like, you can't leave him open if you're a big man. And that helps a lot, because obviously you have Adija, who obviously loves to draw fouls, obviously loves to get to the rim. You got Scoot Henderson, who loves to get to the rim. Drew Holiday, who loves to get to the rim, and obviously he'll shoot the occasional jump shot. Drew Holiday has been great this season. It has been a bounce-back year from him. So I'm obviously looking at this Portland Trailblazers team as a good team. But it's not just me talking about, obviously, Clingan's production, because if you want me to be honest with you, like, there are some centers, yes, but for a center to obviously be so versatile, be good on the defensive end, and for obviously where he was drafted, he was like, what, 9th or 8th, and people didn't think his game would translate to the NBA. I remember when he was drafted in last year, actually, when they were talking about how Clingan could be the best player in the draft, but we don't know how it's going to transfer over, and clearly it has. Right now, like I said earlier, the Trailblazers and the Clippers are fighting for the 8th seed. The Trailblazers are 35-37, with the Clippers being 35-36. So obviously look out for that at the end of the season. But obviously looking at a team where you want obviously you don't have any expectations for this Portland Trailblazers team, right? You're trying to find your franchise guy, in which I do know. Denny Avdija was an all-star this year, right? But I feel like his game doesn't translate to being that franchise talent that you need, if that makes sense. Denny is nice. Denny knows how to get to the rim and draw foul calls. Don't get me wrong. But when you see a franchise player, Donovan Clingan just speaks to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm trying so hard not to glaze right now, but obviously his rim protection is huge. I'm pretty sure he leads the league in offensive rebounds this season, which obviously we know offensive rebounds are, I feel like sometimes offensive rebounds are more important than defensive rebounds, but that's a different topic for another day. His versatility on the three-point end. Not a lot of big men, or obviously in today's game, the big man has to be able to stretch the floor, because obviously you want to play 5 out, in which obviously there's a lane to go to the rim for obviously your explosive player, and your big man could be that stretch big, or even when he has to get down low, he has to have some post work, and Clingan does have that. Clingan is 7'2", so obviously he has the size advantage over most centers. So you're looking at that, and you're looking at obviously the Portland Trailblazers who are looking to obviously be a competitive team. You have to look out for Donovan Clingan on a nightly basis, in which I feel like the casual fan probably doesn't even notice what Clingan is doing on a nightly basis, because I feel like every time Clingan does get a 20 and 10 game, it's automatic a win for the Portland Trailblazers. That's just how I feel at the moment. But obviously I might be wrong, and obviously I might be overrating Clingan a little bit, but honestly, that he does match the eye test, he does match the statistics, and if you want to be honest with you, sometimes Clingan does save the Portland Trailblazers when they do get beat down backdoor, when they get beat by their man. Clingan is there to help them, in which I feel like if he's playing an ISO center, that's when he'll probably have difficulties. But obviously, he could get his mobility up a little bit more. But honestly, I'm just impressed to see what he's done in his second real season starting in the NBA, and I'm looking forward to his third season. But again, it's only March, so let's say this, it's March, so probably basketball players are giving or putting up stats that we won't see ever again. But at the same time, it's hard to ignore Clingan's impact on a nightly basis. It's hard to not say that he will be sustainable throughout his whole entire NBA career. But I don't know, maybe I'm glazing, maybe y'all not as high on Clingan as I am, and maybe y'all just need to go watch him because it just pops out on your screen. But y'all can let me know how y'all feel about Donovan Clingan down below. Like, let me know how y'all feel about the Portland Trailblazers, because I know a lot of people didn't even expect them to be in the play-in or the playoff hunt. When I told y'all before the season, I believe in the Portland Trailblazers, even with their head coach getting sued or getting arrested during the middle of the season, in which a season where they continued to fight, and they do have young talent. They do have great wing defenders. Like, they're a defensive team, no doubt about it. That's why I only worried about their offense, in which Damian Lillard will be back next season, so you look out for that, and you look out for Donovan Clingan this season, and potentially that Donovan Clingan and Damian Lillard even pick and roll could be absolutely nasty, because the pick and pop, even pick and roll, like, it's just so many options when Damian Lillard comes back. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about the Trailblazers and Donovan Clingan down below. Subscribe. What's good, y'all? If y'all made it to the end of the video, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And there's a video right here. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it if you like this one, and the channel icon's right there if you want to just check out the channel in general. And yeah, leave a like too, because it really helps the algorithm push me out. And yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching this video nonetheless.